Recording in progress. Welcome into another episode in our I said that wrong. Welcome into the next leg of our race around the world here at the Pitstop Pals,
So
part of the reality
professional.
realm. What?
So professional. Blurry
I
notes, forgetting how to start the episode. We're off to a great start.
Yes, absolutely. And whatever you were doing when this to the camera when it started. Anyway, part of the Reality Realm Network, we are the Pitstop Pals. My name is Kevin Oliver.
And my name is Bruce Heller.
It is. Good job.
And I've got Mountain
Um,
Dew that tastes like sour trolley worms in my
does it
hand.
actually? Okay.
My issue is it only comes in zero sugar. So it's got a tiny bit of that zero sugar aftertaste, but the flavor itself is really solid, actually.
Interesting.
They just should have made it as a full sugar version also.
You don't need the sugar.
No, but I don't like the aftertaste very much. That's why I don't drink diet sodas. It's not
Fair
as
enough.
bad as Diet Coke though. Diet Coke, I can take a sip and like that aftertaste is there a year later. So
Some people love Diet Coke.
my mom does. I just can't stand it.
I just don't drink pop, and then I don't have that problem.
Oh, well, look at you being all healthy.
There's a lot of words that I'd use to describe myself. Healthy is not one of them.
Well, in relation to soda, you're healthier than I am.
Absolutely. I drink water, basically solely.
But I also don't drink coffee. So I guess this kind of the Mountain Dew gives me the caffeine fix that most people get when they drink their bean water.
Well, I just don't drink caffeine,
Well, caffeine gives you energy.
but I don't want a caffeine reliance.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
But I did it for health reasons that I'm not going to go into because
No.
the audience doesn't need to hear that.
No,
But
they don't need to hear that, but they're used to me rambling about Mountain Dew, so I'm par for the course on what they expect from me so far.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, quote,
So
do you want to go first?
hang on, ding dong.
No. I'm
This
trying to
is
get us
episode
back on
2
track.
of season 38, entitled Mom's Gonna Love, Mom's Gonna Have the Willies. Who do you think said that?
That was one of my quotes, and I don't remember who said it still.
You don't attribute your quotes?
I do with some of them no, there's a couple of them I do. Most of them I just remember. Well, when we first started doing this, I mostly remembered them. I'm not as good at that lately, but I attribute some of them. I have Matt's name written behind one of my quotes.
I attribute every quote. By the way, missing that last page of notes, I lost like 4 quotes. I don't
Oh,
know what they were.
you put your quotes at the end?
No, I put them as they go.
Oh,
But
I just list mine all at the beginning of my note. So like if I hear one, I just scroll back up to the top and write it down real quick.
remember, I handwrite my notes though, so that doesn't work.
Fair enough. Well, tell us what you didn't lose.
Well, hang on. I asked you a question, you never gave me an
You
answer.
didn't ask me. I did give you an answer. No, I don't attribute all my quotes.
That is not the question I was talking about.
Well, then I didn't hear the one you are talking about.
Who do you think said Mom's gonna have the willies?
I don't know.
Well, you could probably use some process of elimination to get close, at least.
I'm trying to think. I'll say Jag and Jazz. I'll go with a sibling team because they
Well, okay, I will say sibling team was the way to go. That's what I was implying by um process of elimination.
have.
But it was not Jag and Jazz.
Well, it was now.
It was Tucker.
Oh, yeah.
Um, but yeah, basically, I was basically trying to get you to whittle it down to the sibling teams because, you know,
To,
the,
to quote
otherwise,
Matt off of my quote list, we're only using a quarter of our brain each. And
hey, I have that too.
so
Okay, since you talked
that's
about
me
your
right now is using the quarter of my brain.
since you talked about your Turner quote, do you just want to tell us what else you got?
Sure. One of my quotes is less of a quote and more of a conversation, but I'll get to that. I have Bohemia is in the Czech Republic like Bohemian Rhapsody, which, to be
Okay,
honest, until I heard that quote on the show, I didn't realize that song was named after a place. I kind of thought they just made up a word,
you
but
thought Bohemian wasn't a word.
I didn't know it was a place. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Is it named after that place?
I don't know. I just know that song goes on forever and ever.
It is a long song.
It's a good song, but it's ridiculously long. I also have Joseph and Adam are gems of human beings. And I have Lexi saying, I love ice hockey and the men too.
Bohemian refers to an unconventional artistic lifestyle,
Okay, so it is a word, but it's not a place. That makes sense.
but it is a place too, I
But
think.
not in relation to like them naming the song. That's too.
Correct.
But unconventional fits that song, so that makes sense. But so Lexi says, I love ice hockey and the men too. And
Uh-huh.
the cab driver talks about his son a little bit. And here's my conversation
I
quote.
had that too.
As Angela says, okay, maybe, okay, a little too old for her. And Lexi goes, no. And Angela says, what, you would date someone over 30? And Lexi just kind of awkwardly goes, yeah. I don't know why. That interaction made me laugh. It was
I
awkward, I guess. But
I agree.
keep in mind, she's 24, and I think the cab driver said his son.
37.
Yeah, I'm with Angela a little bit on that one. But just having that conversation with your parent on television is wild.
Oh, for sure.
And then right after that, I don't remember if Angela said this in a confessional or to the cab driver, but she's 24 and never had a full-fledged boyfriend. Just putting all her daughter's business out there for us to hear.
Does that surprise you any though?
I don't know much about her. It doesn't surprise me, but it's still funny. Like their dynamic is funny to me.
Hmm.
Like that cab ride was hilarious.
Oh yeah.
So she's 24 and never had a full-fledged boyfriend, which 25 and only had one girlfriend. So I'm not like kind of in the same boat. We're each using a quarter of our brain. That was from Matt. Mom's gonna have the willies, which in case you didn't know was said by Tucker and Eric. I totally wrote that down. You didn't?
Tucker, not Tucker and Eric.
Well, you said Tucker and Eric a few
No, I
minutes ago when
didn't.
you gave me the answer.
No, I didn't.
Agree to disagree.
You can play back the tapes later. You said, I'm going to guess Jag and Jazz. I said, it's not Jag and Jazz.
It's Tucker and
It's
Eric.
Tucker. I
Well,
said, it's
I'm not
Tucker.
gonna play the tapes back in case they prove me wrong. I'd rather just think I'm right and have plausible deniability. And then I have
That's all right.
Izzy,
I'll just clip it so that you can.
and then I have Izzy saying, "We're sorry for what we did to your language."
Yeah.
And I think, did she say that to the guy at the pit stop or the guy at the Remembering Shields game?
Remember the chair.
Yeah, which is wild. That looked hard.
Mm. So is that all the quotes you had?
It is. I have a lot more than normal.
Yeah. And I actually had several of those that you said. But like that Izzy quote didn't make it on this version because it was on the blurry page that I couldn't read.
Yeah.
I got Tucker, either Tucker or Eric. They didn't show them speaking it. It was just like off, like you could hear their voices, but you didn't see which one was talking. You couldn't see their mouths. But one of them said coasting to Prague.
Yeah.
Christine or Rubina, once again, they're heads were facing away from the camera, so I don't know which one spoke it. But one of the two said, "Thank you, love you" to the taxi driver who took him to the airport or to the train station. Thank you, love you. Um, I also had the I love ice hockey and the man. I also had the 37-year-old thing.
Yeah.
I also had we're using our brains, sort of, we're each using a quarter of our brains. But I also had Turner, Turner and Megan at the same time. They said this to each other. I'm right, you're wrong, and that's okay.
I saw that.
Um, hopefully some teams are grinded. Is that a word?
Yeah, and then she's like, "No, don't say that."
He was trying to say that they'd be tired, but that is not what he said. um,
Yeah, not quite.
there's a different couple of different iterations. Each group made a joke about the cemetery being above the 100-foot building. There's a cemetery right below me. I guess that's fitting if I fall off from Jazz. I prefer Tucker's quote of it, which was, "If something goes wrong, at least I'll land in the right place."
Yeah.
She's a prima ballerina, Simone said about Hannah on the tower thing. I also have
Yeah.
everybody burn their butts.
That sounds painful.
It was Natalie and Stephanie talking about um with Joseph and Adam about like moving fast, trying to do uh the detour when they were doing Handle with Care.
Yeah.
They had to walk fast. Burn your butts. And that is my quotes for the day. So are we ready to hop in?
Yes.
All right, so we start this leg in Amsterdam, where the last leg ended, and find out that we will be traveling by train to Prague, the most walkable city. Finding out we'll be doing a lot of walking on this leg. Um, and then we get some confessionals from some of the different teams. Jag and Jazz, we find out that they are business partners. We knew they were both entrepreneurs, but evidently they work together. Tucker and Eric want to work with Jag and Jazz. And we find out that Paige and Izzy want to be underestimated.
Yes.
Uh, once you get to the train station, we find out there's a 9:23 train that's scheduled to arrive in Prague with layover in Dresden. And 8 teams made this train. We have Jag and Jazz, Tucker and Eric, Izzy and Paige, Christine and Rubina, Natalie and Stephanie, Jack and Chelsea, Joseph and Adam, and Hannah and Simone.
Yes.
And Hannah and Simone are working with Joseph and Adam here a little bit.
This is where the
Um,
gems of human beings quote came from, I believe.
were the what?
The
Oh, Gems of you. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. And then we find out that there's a different train with the same arrival time of 9:23 in Prague that Kyland and Taylor, Angela and Lexi and Kat and Alex all get on. That is going to lay over in Frankfurt, Germany.
well, it's supposed to have the same arrival time. That gets
We'll
kind of
get there.
complicated.
We'll get there. There's
I
a
know.
lot of there's a lot of train drama there.
Yeah, I know. It's called teasing what's coming up next.
That was cringe. That was worse. Okay, 10:22 is the last train, and it is Turner and Megan alone on that one. Um, so everybody gets on their trains, and so the 8-person train is supposed to get off at the Berlin Dresden stop. but it got on off at a different Berlin stop. They got off on one train station too early. Um, and so five of those teams wait, hop on the next train, and head to the next station. They're still going to make their 923. They're still going to make that connection at Dresden. Um, but Jag and Jazz, Adam and Joseph, and Natalie and Stephanie, they stay behind in that first station they got off on and get a new ticket that has them arriving in Prague at 8:12, a whole hour ahead of the other five teams. And I thought this was really smart play from these teams here. It was a really big risk because there's a chance that there wouldn't have been a better option or even another option or something that put them way behind and puts these three teams at the end of the pack. But this really paid off for them here, Bruce.
It did. And it could have gone really bad, but they got lucky with the train schedule that it actually puts them forward.
Hmm.
So,
That second train, the other 923 train, it did leave at the right time and it got to Frankfurt. But once it got to Frankfurt, it got delayed and later canceled. And so Kyland and Taylor, Lexi and Angela, and Kat and Alex did not get their 923 arrival time. They had to get new tickets for the 1022 train that Megan and Turner are currently on, and so all four of those teams at the back of the pack are on the same train that's supposed to arrive at 10:22. And then the next thing we see, people start getting in to Prague. And that's where our first challenge of the day shows up with the roadblock of who wants a breath of fresh air. Do you want to explain who wants a breath of fresh air?
yeah. I would first off like to explain this by saying Kevin is doing this.
Gladly.
Non-negotiable. Sorry, but
You're not apologizing to me. I just said gladly.
yeah. Oh, the
Whoa, the
Browns just
Browns are
traded Joe
trading
Flacco
Joe
to the
Flacco.
Bengals, by the way.
We just said that at the same time.
What the? I mean, it's better than what the Bengals have been had, but Joe Flacco's like 80, so I guess it's
Yeah, but
a one season thing. It doesn't matter. But Dylan Gabriel's going to be good for Cleveland. Hopefully, I'm rooting for
it's
that kid.
gotta be a better situation than whatever's happening with Jake Browning.
Yeah, and like I'm rooting for Dylan Gabriel in Cleveland too. He seems like a good kid, and also if Shador seems like a good kid too. But if that kid becomes the starter, I'm never going to hear the end of it from ESPN or any other media. So not
That's
that
true.
I'm rooting against him. I want to see Gabriel do well first before the Shador media storm. But
Yeah, that's fair. That's wild that we said it at the exact same time, though.
Miles, this is the second NFL news out of Cleveland to break during our show because when Miles Garrett requested a trade, we were recording then too.
Did we both say it at the same time?
No, but it's just weird that the Browns break news while you and I record, apparently.
I think we must be on their schedule.
Their GM listens to our show or is just
Yeah.
omnipotent and knows when we record.
Well, that's the thing. If he listened to our show and was trying to line it up with that, he would have broke this news yesterday morning.
Yeah. But
Because usually we're recording a day late.
who wants a breath of fresh air is you walk out. Mr.
Joe
Phil
Flacco,
calls it
he
a
wants a
pl- it's not Mr. Phil calls it a narrow plank. When I hear the word plank, I think wood, which would have been better.
Wait, I thought he called it a beam.
I don't know. I wrote down walk out on a narrow plank. But it's just metal grate thing basically that you can see through, which makes it worse. And you have to walk out to the end of it, which honestly I would do everything I could to avoid it. I might be able to do this because I'm connected, like I'm roped to, like connected to something.
You're
But
connected into something when you bungee jump too, and you don't want to do that.
I didn't say I wanted to do this. I just said I would might be able to force myself to do it. But you walk it. This thing is hundreds of feet up in the air, and you pick up your
100.
clue, which is at the end of it.
100.
So I was right.
No, there's no S.
Well, 100 is one of the types of hundred.
You said you are implying multiple hundreds though.
You can take what I said to mean whatever you want. There are different
Actually,
types
you can't.
of hundreds.
Actually, you can't.
Well, it's really high up in the air, and the clue is at the end of it.
Yeah, and you had to like sit down and like pull it up.
Yeah, it looks
And
terrible.
so like your center of gravity changed, which
Yeah,
was like the challenging part. Um, yeah, I'd gladly do that.
yeah,
Anyway, the teammates that did this for each team were Jazz, Adam, Stephanie, Tucker, Jack, Rubina, Paige, Hannah, Kyland, Kat, Turner, and Lexi. Um, when we get here to this roadblock is when we find out something that you and I both observed in the preseason from their photos that Adam, Joseph's brother, Adam Abden, is a type 1 diabetic. He has the little port on his arm.
yeah,
And so he had to chug some orange juice to make sure that his blood sugar wasn't going to drop in the middle of this challenge. That would have been bad.
yeah,
Especially because he is scared, and we see that here, but he does it. And the other, those first three teams that got there an hour before the next crew, they were fast. They were done with that roadblock
yeah,
while the before the five teams with their 9:23 time got off their train into Prague.
yeah,
And so those three did it, and they find out they have to go to Krasnovnik Namaste statue on the Charles Bridge to get their next clue. Um, but what we didn't talk about earlier, which they didn't make a big deal with the first three, they did this time, was that once you got to Prague, you had to take the metro um, to where that TV tower was. And
yeah,
Hannah and Simone left the train station because they didn't realize the metro train was out of the train station. They thought they had to go to a different place to get on the metro.
yeah,
And so that put them behind a little bit. But our first three teams, even though nobody has even got to the roadblock besides his first three teams, our first three teams are already at Detour. Remember the chair or handle with care. Do you want to explain that?
yes. So remember the chair is you have to study 11 village crests that are on a tapestry and find them on the chairs in this knight's hall, which is a big restaurant. And the chairs will have the village names on them in the language, and you have to go back to the tapestry and talk to the nice man, and he's a historian, and recite the name of the village that goes with each crest to get your clue. And then handle with care is you pick up these 48 glasses and deliver them to three vendors, making sure you have the correct amounts of each color glass. And you collect a stamp from each one and trade those stamps for a clue.
Hey, I need to pause and make a correction slash apology to you, Bruce.
Okay.
It was 255 feet.
I thought he said hundreds. Okay. No,
I
I'm
missed
always
the
right.
S. Yeah, you were right. I just wrote down 100 for 100 because I must have missed the S. But
Can you
um
clip for TikTok just a short one, you saying that one sentence, you were right, and then send me the video of you saying that?
absolutely not.
Probably smart.
What?
Probably smart to not let me have a video of you saying I was right.
Yeah, there is no way that that would end well for me.
Now I'm tempted to download this video into iMovie and try to cut it myself, but trying to find it would be hard. I don't remember when we started.
Yeah, I think you could find it pretty easy. For
Yeah,
me, it's a lot easier when I'm the one on the video. The ones that are hard for me is when I'm trying to clip a video for Tribal Council chat. An
which
episode
I'm
that I wasn't
downloading
on.
right now and about to share with
Okay.
you.
Okay.
The
You
last
know what
one.
I'm saying though? Because like I'm not on it, so it's like I
I've
can
been
kind of
doing
re.
better about giving you timestamps for
You
those.
have, you have
One time I gave you a timestamp without even giving you the video,
exactly, and I had timestamps myself for that video, and I never got it.
and now it's a couple weeks old, so I don't want to download it and send it to you. But
Yeah.
oh no, stop them. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So which one of these? Hey, stop the video.
Ah, I'm trying. There we go. I muted it. It says it's paused, but it kept playing. Google's messing with me. I'm good.
Um, which of these do you think we would do? Remember the chair or handle with care?
The glass one. That seems a lot easier.
I would agree.
You
But
just
for
have to
some
carry
reason,
things and make sure you have the right numbers. You don't have to memorize things.
almost everybody, 8 of the 12 teams picked the remembering one. Um, I was listening to the Rob Has a Podcast recap of this episode, and they made the point that there's a lot of memory type stuff in the Big Brother house. So maybe more of these people, since it's a little more their speed with the memorization. Maybe that's why they chose it.
Yeah, maybe.
Um, yeah. Anyway, the teams that did remember the chair are Izzy and Paige, Rubina and Christine, Jack and Chelsea, Tucker and Eric, Hannah and Simone, Kat and Alex, Turner and Megan, Angela and Lexi.
Yeah.
And then Handle with Care was Jag and Jazz, Natalie and Stephanie, Joseph and Adam, and Kylant and Taylor. Uh, um, And Jack and those first three were kind of like had agreed that they were going to work together. But then Jack and Jazz were like, screw this, and ran ahead while Adam and Joseph and Natalie and Stephanie ended up working together. And those two teams got pulled into this random building by this guy who said that he was the right place to deliver, but he really just wanted to party with these guys.
This was wild. Honestly. Like what the actual heck?
Yeah. Okay then. But they were struggling. Jag and Jazz got done significantly before them, and so Jag and Jazz told them where to go, pointed it out, kind of.
Yeah.
Um, and once they finish the detour, you get the clue that you need to travel on foot to Joseph Mané's statue. And it wasn't until this point, Jag and Jazz have finished the detour, that the last train with the final four teams arrives in Prague. And we're already finding out where the pit stop will be. You have to race on foot to the
The
pit stop at
Zophim
Zophim
Palace.
Palace, where the last team will be eliminated.
Yeah.
And Jag and Jazz are team one and win a trip to Sri Lanka for a 9-day guided tour.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
hmm and I wrote down there was a conversation that Phil had with them here, and we see lots of people wanting to work with Jag and Jazz, right? Eric and Tucker tell us at the beginning of this they want to work with them. We see Kylan and Taylor giving Jag and Jazz that express pass because they want to build camaraderie and want to work with them. But here, Phil says, if you had to pick teams to see later on in this race, who would it be? And Jag and Jazz point to the two teams that they worked with very closely today, Joseph and Adam and Natalie and Stephanie, as the teams they want to see at the end of this race with them.
Yeah.
I just thought that was kind of interesting. All these people want Jag and Jazz, but and it was, I guess it wasn't even like they made a huge effort to build bonds here. These were the three teams that decided they were going to try to get a better position when they messed up by getting off that train.
Yeah.
Everybody else folded back into the next train together. These are the three teams that stayed behind. And because they did that, we might see what could be the power alliance in a game where alliances simply don't seem to be that common.
Yeah. We saw one in 32. That's the most recent, like, actual strong one I can think of.
And who was that?
I don't even remember. I just remember them talking about it. Will and James were probably a part of it. They won, but I remember it being a storyline. I don't remember who was in it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Anyway, Tucker and Eric here, they found the pit stop clue before they found the detour clue.
Yeah. How does that
This
happen exactly?
this gives me season 7 vibes. Meredith and Gretchen did the same thing.
Are Tucker and Eric, is one of them gonna ride on an elephant while the other one pulls it through town?
Maybe. Um I don't think they've said oh my god quite as much.
No, they haven't.
Um
Gosh, that got so annoying.
Joseph and Adam finishes team 2, Natalie and Stephanie is team 3. And then we go to all the way back to the TV tower for the roadblock with this last train people doing it. Turner is scared for his life of heights,
Yeah,
but he does it. And Angela wasn't even doing this roadblock, got scared for Lexi and couldn't even watch.
yeah.
But anyway, Tucker and Eric, they got to Phil. They got told they had to go back and do the detour because they didn't do it. And
And
they still finish in 4th place.
yeah, only one spot behind where they would have finished. So that's
Well, they never would have finished top 3.
what. I didn't they arrive there third?
No.
Oh, I had that wrong. Okay. My
No,
notes are wrong. I wrote that they had arrived there third but had to go back. I'm I missed Natalie and Stephanie finishing then.
Natalie and Stephanie came in right after Joseph and Adam.
Well, they're barely showing them, so I must have missed their finish.
I
But
feel like they got a decent amount of time today, or this episode.
it was better this time. I feel like they didn't get anything in the premiere, but it was
Not much, yeah. But anyway, here's a finish order because that's all I got left because of my blurry pictures.
same.
Hannah and Simone is team 5. Izzy and Paige team 6. Jack and Chelsea 7. Christina and Rubina 8. Kyland and Taylor 9. Kat and Alex 10. And it's a tight one here. Turner and Megan pull it out for 11th, eliminating Alexi and Angela in 12th place.
Yes.
You have any farewell thoughts for Angela and Lexi?
I'm not too disappointed to see them go, but they did have a funny dynamic.
I
So,
can't stand I can't stand Angela. I did like Lexi though.
yeah.
But I don't like Angela at all. So sayonara.
Yeah.
Next time on, we get the reintroduction of the driver's seat.
Yes, that caused some drama last season.
And I actually read it's going to be just as new to these guys as it was to the 37 cast because these guys would have been filming while that episode was airing. So
Yeah.
they would not have been able to sit at home and watch it.
Yeah.
So this is, it's going to be brand new to them too. They won't have had a reference. And we're also going to see ice hockey and beer.
Woohoo!
Bruce's 2 favorite things, ice hockey and beer.
Beer is gross, but okay. My dad likes it. It tastes yucky to me. But the
Everybody's got
hockey
their own
part.
taste.
What?
Everybody's got their own taste.
Yeah. My dad likes beer and he likes coffee both. I just can't stand the taste of either of them.
Beer's all right.
Beer's okay. Coffee is yucky, and I will take that to my grave.
I don't
I
like
get
coffee
why
at all,
people like beer. It's just not my jam. I like the fruit flavored stuff, like a pina colada, for example.
and I don't like those because of coconut.
Fair enough. But we're not a drinking podcast,
Oh,
so
we're not?
not yet.
Not yet.
We're a Mountain Dew podcast and an Amazing Race podcast.
We are not a Mountain Dew podcast. I
Yet.
do not co-sign. I do not co-sign
Yet.
ever.
Never say never.
I will.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. All right, power rankings time. Bruce, who do you got in 11th place?
I hope these people stay, but they've been almost went home twice now, so I have Matt and Megan here.
I figured. Oh, once you said I hope these people stay, that's what I knew that's where you're going. I still have Kat and Alex here because Matt and Megan at least have shown that they like got that they got that dog in them.
Yeah,
I just really want to see Alex go or Kat go home, and her whining I don't like. So
yeah,
um, I think I think there's a good chance they're gone next, but we'll see.
yeah.
10,
Kat and Alex, for the reasons you said, I just don't have any faith in them.
and I have Turner and Megan here
Yeah,
for the same reasons you said. I mean, a second to last finish twice in a row where we thought there's a chance they could go home. That's not a great start. And until they prove that they can climb, I can't put them any higher.
yeah, I'd agree.
What do you got for ninth?
In ninth place, I have Christine and Rubina, who have finished kind of mid to bottom each time so far.
They finished fourth the first week, by the way.
Did they? Okay. Well, this is where they are right now.
In fact, they were your only team that finished above any of my teams week one.
Yeah, my teams are off to a terrible start.
Kinda, yeah. Kinda, yeah. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah. You had the bottom five placers, and
Wild.
then you had second place with Joseph and Adam.
Yeah, they're coming through for me at least.
They didn't last week. They got eighth. They were not part of the
Yeah.
uh bottom five placers that you had last week. Um, I also had Christine and Rubina here though. Um, I've
Yeah.
seen good stuff from every team at this point, like nine and up. I've seen good stuff from all of them, and this is just what I got based on how things look between both weeks. Who do you got at eight?
At eight, I think they're gonna start to hit their stride and do better. But I have Kyland and Taylor here. They finished ninth both times.
Yeah,
So
I have Jack and Chelsea here. I think Kylan and Taylor are still a better team. Um, I think Jack and Chelsea are so fun, and I want to see them go really far. But there's just a really strong group. Gosh, these power rankings are difficult. Who do you have at seven?
at seventh, this is as much as I like this team, this is where Jack and Chelsea are gonna land.
Hmm.
It was their finish this time, and let me look it up. I believe it was
I
similar.
think they got sixth last time.
Yeah, so pretty similar finishes both times. This is around where they are. Six last time, seven this time. So this is where they end up.
6, 7?
Six, no, but uh-uh. So
Um, I got Kylan and Taylor here. I mean, I can't justify putting them any higher when they got back-to-back nines, but I think they're gonna start climbing, like you said.
Yeah.
We got six.
Six. This is. Hmm. I'm gonna say Hannah and Simone here.
Do you not have it already done?
I was debate 5 and 6 were kind of interchangeable for me, so I put
Hmm,
both teams in both slots.
fair enough. I also have Hannah and Simone here. They're right in the middle of the pack. They're not doing great. They're not doing terrible, and I think the five teams I have above them are five better teams
Yeah.
so far. I bet I can guess your five, but I don't know. So go ahead. Oh,
It
wait,
is
wait, wait,
Izzy
wait,
and
wait, wait, wait,
Paige.
wait, wait,
You just
wait.
told me to go ahead.
And then I said, wait.
Well, don't tell me to go ahead then. What?
I am currently. I just made my guess as to who your five is, and I'm looking at it, and then I'll show the camera once you
You
say
wrote
it.
it down after I said it. That doesn't count.
Wait, I didn't hear you.
Oh, I said
I've been
Izzy and
yelling,
Paige.
wait, wait, wait. I didn't hear anything.
Oh, Izzy and Paige. Oh, congratulations. You can guess the obvious. Ugh. Yeah, them and Hannah and Simone. For 5 and for 6, I wrote down both teams' names. They're pretty close to me. They're kind of interchangeable, honestly. But
Well, I
they
think
play.
Izzy and Paige are easily the better team of the two.
I don't know. They're just kind of in that same range for me, rankings wise.
I also have them here, but I always knew that I was going to have Izzy and Paige in the top five because I mean, I just think that they've done excellent so far.
Yeah.
Four?
4 is Tucker and Eric.
Mm.
They climbed a lot this week. I'm looking forward to see if they can stay up here, and if they can,
Wait, what do you mean
they,
climbed a lot?
what?
What do you mean climbed a lot? They were in second last week.
I thought you said they were in like nine. They were low last week.
No,
Someone came through for me that was really low last week.
Joseph and Adam.
Well, Tucker and Eric are here because that's where I wrote them down. But they'll
Tucker and
probably
Eric aren't yours.
what?
Tucker and Eric aren't yours.
I'm talking about the power rankings. This is where I wrote them down on the rankings.
I know, but I thought you said somebody came through for me.
I
It couldn't
had
have
the
been,
wrong team.
I was just saying it couldn't have been Tucker and Eric because you don't have Tucker and Eric.
I honestly don't have it written down who's on my draft team and who's not. So I forgot that.
Fair enough.
You were writing it down, and then I forgot to ask you to send it to me.
Yeah, you have Joseph and Adam, and then the bottom five teams from this week.
Yeah. So yeah.
You're frozen on my screen.
Oh, I don't
Oh,
know
now you're
why.
not. Not anymore. You're good now.
I'm very
Um,
quiet.
I had Joseph and Adam here because of the climb. The other
Yeah.
three teams, um, like the other three teams to me, I mean, Tucker and Eric, second, fourth, still at top edge. Jag and Jazz first both times. Natalie and Stephanie from 5 to 3, but Joseph and Adam started at 8 and got all the way up to 2. So I put them at the 4 here, because I just don't know what the consistency is going to be.
Yeah.
Who do you have at 3?
At 3, Joseph and Adam. They climbed a lot this week. They finished second, but the other two teams finished highly last week also. So
Mhm. I have here at 3. I have Natalie and Stephanie. Um, because I mean, obviously, I think they are one of the better teams so far. I do think that the two teams I have above them are better competitors.
yeah.
Who do you have at 2?
At number two, I have Joseph and no, I said Joseph and Adam last time. Sorry, I'm also that was reading the wrong list. This is Natalie and Stephanie. They're really good. They finished third this week. I think they were third last week too. So
No, they were fifth last week.
either way, that's still pretty high.
Yeah, they
So
climbed.
yeah, and they climbed up to two in my power ranking. So good for them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good spot for them. I have Tucker and Eric here. I know they went from second to fourth. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact of the train fiasco.
Yeah,
If those three hadn't separated from the five, I think we're talking about a completely different jumbled up order.
yeah,
And so I still think they're the second best team in the race. I got them at two.
yeah,
And that means we both have Jag and Jazz as our ones.
yeah. They've won both legs so far. They kind of have to be number one.
Yeah, they're hitting it on all cylinders. They're great. Um, let's see if they can keep it up.
Yeah. So
So
this
this
was
was a
really
great
fun.
episode.
Other than
I
you
think
fussing at me for not following your directions well enough, but that's kind of usual. I don't always listen well.
wait, what directions didn't you follow?
Um, give me your answer. Wait, wait, wait. Don't give me your answer because I started giving me your answer when you told me to and didn't hear the second part.
Oh,
But that's
uh,
kind of on you for being confusing. So
yeah, and I wouldn't call it
I am
fussing. I wouldn't call it fussing either. I was basically just trying to get you to stop so that I
oh,
could
well,
guess.
I still wasn't listening to that part because I was already saying what I wanted to say.
And I didn't even hear you because I was trying to get you to stop, and I was louder, louder than the speaker on my iPad.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, this was an entertaining episode. In my opinion, probably more entertaining than its sister show Survivor this week.
yeah, that was pretty predictable.
It was. Um, but yeah, that being said, make sure to check out the other Reality Realm Podcast Network contributions that are going on. We have Tribal Council Chat. We have New Generation Challenge Podcast. BB Brains, they just finished for the season, but we would appreciate it. I'm sure if you would go back and check out any episodes that you missed there, kind of get a down on how that season went if you were not paying attention.
Yep, he
Kyle
did a
does
good
things
job.
crazy.
Really hoping he comes back with his show again next season. So,
Yeah,
and he got
definitely.
consistent. Like y'all showed out for his show too. It got pretty consistent YouTube views. So,
That's great.
yeah,
And check out soon. Hopefully, we'll have roundtable talk coverage coming.
yeah,
One way or another, I think we'll be pushing some roundtable talk stuff
yeah. As
here
I've
soon.
said, sometime this millennium,
Well, I'm thinking sometime this month, but
which is part of the millennium. So I'm still
it
right.
is. It is. Yeah, you're right.
I
I was just trying to be a little bit more specific.
oh well, I use a broad term to give me a better chance of being right.
Yeah, that's right. You don't experience that too often, so you need to take a win where you can, right?
I just experience it so often. I've gotten addicted to the feeling.
Two very different takes on the same. It's okay. I'll let you think that.
But yeah,
Uh, but
and
check out our socials. You can find us on Facebook or Instagram, Pitstop Pals. You can find our Reality Realm TikTok. Buy from our Redbubble merch store. And whatever you do, my friends, the world is waiting for you. Good luck.
travel safe.
Go!
Go.